Ain't Love Grand? Black, beautiful, and conservative firecracker Candace Owens and outspoken Brexit champion, hedge funder, and son of a member of the House of Lords, George Farmer, married August 31st. For some, this crusader of BLEXIT, a movement to pull Black generational Democrats away from the plantation, as she calls it, and the Brexit poster boy who wants to see Britain leave the European Union, is a well-matched pair. Reminiscent of a time when nobles married other nobles in distant lands to expand their power and influence. Admittedly, this is quite the polarizing pair. Their conservative positions elicit some strong reactions. On top of that, they are obviously an interracial couple. Candace and George recently discussed their whirlwind engagement on her show on Prager University.
What has surprised you the most about being in an interracial relationship?
Oh, wow. That's quite
That's a good question.
That's a good question. Well done, whoever asked that question. Yeah, I don't know really. I mean, what's your answer there? I mean, I wouldn't.
I mean, I wouldn't say this has necessarily surprised me. It's so predictable because it's sort of like the space that we're in, but that the leftists, the liberals, the most racist stuff that we get under the comments are the liberals, which is like, oh, great, you're marrying a white man.
You're marrying a white guy.
And I'm just like, what would you have? That we go backwards into when it was miscegenation and it was an actual crime to get married. If you fell in love with the opposite race in America, it was an actual crime and it was a rule. And it just sort of feeds what we talk about all the time, which is that the left is so woke, they're backwards.
Yeah.
Right? Which is like they want to bring back segregation. They want to bring back miscegenation.
So progressive, they're regressive.
Yeah, so progressive, they're regressive. We talk about this the whole time. So I wouldn't say I was surprised by it, but I'm always surprised by their lack of awareness, I would say.
But let's take the politics out of the conversation and look at this union from a pink pill perspective, specifically using the lens of mercenary mate selection. Good old boy George knew what he wanted and didn't waste time. He proposed marriage just after 2.5 weeks. While I'm reserved about whirlwind marriages, I think it takes about 3 months for the average psycho's mask to fall off.
Hey, Paul!
If put in contrast to another recent engagement announcement by Dr. Boyce Watkins, decidedly the opposite end of the political spectrum, he proudly beams that after 19 years, he is finally ready to wed. Another plus is that this merger is cemented by compatible values that go beyond, well, black and white. There are both icons of the youth conservative movement in both their countries. But let's take a second and look at the man she chose, George Farmer. He is the son of a multimillionaire and former Conservative Party treasurer. And his father is also a lifetime peer of the House of Lords. According to his bio, George was educated at St. Paul's in London, one of Britain's most exclusive private schools, and he studied at Oxford University, where he was a member of the Bullingdon Club, a male-only dining club. In addition to heading Turning Point UK, he works as a hedge fund manager at Red Kite, which means he's fabulously rich in his own right and has tons of social capital. Their future children will have the benefit of being dual citizens and have opportunities that most of us can only dream of. Most of all, George seems to really adore her and is incredibly proud to show her off. He's quoted as saying, "I have the most incredible fiancée in the world. I can't wait for her to be my wife. She is the most amazing, beautiful, intelligent person I have ever met." He is certainly no bottom shelf Brad. Candace, age 30, left the University of Rhode Island in her junior year. But she didn't drop out just to be a baby mama or work at McDonald's. She later worked for Vogue and a private equity firm. Now she's the darling of the conservative movement and is known as much for her beauty As for her steely clapbacks,
no doubt in my mind, I can tell you right now who is going to be better off when we look 20 years and we look at the faces in this room. Who is going to be better off are the girls that are sitting right here and across this room, because they don't have your mentality. Victim mentality is not cool. I don't know why people like being oppressed. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I love oppression. We're oppressed. 400 years of slavery, Jim Crow, which, by the way, none of you guys lived through. Your grandparents did, and it's embarrassing that you utilize their history. You utilize their history, and you come in here with more emotion than they ever had when they were living through it. More emotion than they ever had when they were living through it. It's embarrassing. You're not living through anything right now.
In addition to developing her craft and becoming a polarizing household name, she is also keenly aware of the advantage she has because of her youth, beauty, and reproductive value. In short, she cultivated her most excellent self, something that we promote highly in the Pink Pill. So let's see. Beautiful black woman who dropped out of college and became a political celebrity marries a millionaire Oxford grad with a pop who is a member of English aristocracy. Looks like she picked the best man for the job. Whatever happens with this couple, it's the Pink Pill way to wish the couple best wishes and remind ourselves that if you have nothing nice to say, keep your mouth shut. As always, this is Crystal and Karazin. Thanks for listening, and I hope that you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you want to know more about mercenary mate selection and cultivating your most excellent self, you might want to take a look at the Pink Pill. The original Pink Pill has sold thousands and is quite popular and well reviewed. You can take a look for yourself at www.getpinkpill.com.